Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, as I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly I heard a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis the wind," I muttered, "rapping at my chamber door. Merely this, and nothing more." Ah, how distinctly I remember it was in the bleak September, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished for the morrow, for vainly had sought to borrow from my book surcease of sorrow. Sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And each silken, sad, uncertain rustling of the purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Merely this, and nothing more." Assessing the calorific significance of episodes of human cannibalism in the Paleolithic by James Cole. Scientific Report 7, article number 44707, published 2017. Abstract. Episodes of Paleolithic cannibalism have frequently been defined as nutritional in nature, but with little empirical evidence to assess their dietary significance. This paper presents a nutritional template that offers a proxy calorie value for the human body. When applied to the Paleolithic record, the template provides a framework for assessing the dietary value of prehistoric cannibalistic episodes compared to the faunal record. Results show that humans have a comparable nutritional value to those faunal species that match our typical body weight, but significantly lower than a range of fauna often found in association with anthropogenically modified hominin remains. This could suggest that the motivations behind hominin anthropophagy may have not been purely nutritionally motivated. Before you begin, read these instructions completely and carefully. Installation of this range must conform with local codes, or in the absence of local codes, with the National Fuel Gas Codes, ANSI Z223.1 NFPA.54, latest edition. In Canada, installation must conform with the current Natural Gas Installation Code, CAN/CGAB 149.1, or the current Propane Installation Code, CAN/CGAB 149.2, and with local codes where applicable. This range has been designed certified by CSA International in accordance with ANSI Z21.1, latest edition, and Canada Gas Association according to CAN G21.4. As with any appliance using gas and generating heat, there are certain safety precautions you should follow. You will find these precautions in the Important Safety Information Guide. Read them carefully. Important. Save these instructions for the local electrical inspector's use. Important. Observe all governing codes and ordinances. Note to installer. Leave these instructions with the appliance after installation is completed. Note to consumer. Keep the owner's manual and installation instructions for future reference. Preferably in a drawer with 48 other manuals, so you have to look through to try and find them. Rest, repose, ease, relaxation, slippered or unbuttoned ease, decompression, comfort, restfulness, quiet, tranquility, inactivity, sleep. 2. Respite, recess, rest, pause, halt, stay, lull, break, surcease, suspension, catching one's breath. Time out, interlude, intermission, breathing spell, breathing time, breathing place, breathing space, breath, breather, coffee break, tea break, cigarette break, cocktail hour, happy hour, enforced respite, downtime, or rest and recreation. 3. Vacation, holiday, time off, British, day off, week off, month off, etc., paid vacation, paid holiday, weekend, leave of absence, furlough, liberty, shore leave, leave, sabbatical leave, weekend, busman's holiday, package tour. 4. Holiday, day off, red letter day, gala day, fete day, festival day, day of festivities, national holiday, legal holiday, bank holiday, British, high holiday, high holy day, holy feast, feast day, high day, church feast, fixed feast, movable feast, half holiday. Who, me? I am the very model of a modern Major General. I've information vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England, and I quote the fights historical, from Marathon to Waterloo, in order categorical. I'm very well acquainted, too, with matters mathematical. I understand equations, both the simple and quadratical. About binomial theorem, I'm teeming with a lot of news, with many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings animalculous. In short, in matters vegetable, animal, and mineral, I am the very model of a modern Major General. I know our mythic history, King Arthur's and Sir Cadoc's. I answer hard acrostics. I've a pretty taste for paradox. As between you and LinkedIn, you grant our affiliates and ourselves the following non-exclusive license. A worldwide, transferable, and sub-licensable right to use, copy, modify, distribute, publish, and process information and content that you provide through our service and the services of others, without any further consent, notice, and/or compensation to you or others. You and LinkedIn agree that we may access, store, process, and use any information and personal data that you provide in accordance with the terms of the privacy policy and your choices, including settings.
By submitting suggestions or other feedback regarding our services to LinkedIn, you agree that LinkedIn can use and share, but does not have to, such feedback for any purpose without any compensation to you. You agree to provide content or information that does not violate the law nor anyone's rights, including intellectual property rights. You also agree that your profile information will be truthful. LinkedIn may be required by law to remove certain information or content in certain countries. 3.2. Service availability. We may change or discontinue any of our services. We don't promise to store or keep showing any information or content that you've posted. LinkedIn is not a storage service. You agree that we have no obligation to store, maintain, or provide any content or information you or others provide, except to the extent required by applicable law, and as noted in our privacy policy. This one's really not holding your interest, is it, son? I understand. It's a bit dry.
And indeed, there will be a time to wonder, do I dare? And do I dare? Time to turn back and descend the stair, with a bald spot in the middle of my hair. They will say how his hair is growing thin, my morning coat, my collar mounting firmly to the chin, my necktie rich and modest, but asserted by a simple pin. They will say, but how his arms and legs are thin. Do I dare disturb the universe? In a minute there is time for decisions and revisions which a minute will reverse. For I have known them all already. Known them all. Have known the evenings, mornings, afternoons. I have measured out my life with coffee spoons. I know the voices dying with the dying fall beneath the music from a farther room. So how should I presume? And I have known the eyes already, known them all. The eyes that fix you in a formulated phrase, and when I am formulated sprawling on a pin, when I am pinned and wriggling on the wall. Then how should I begin to spit out all the butt ends of my days and ways, and how should I presume?
Monday, April the 8th, 2019. 0700 hours, arrived on island. 0800 hours, met ferry. 0840, patrolled island, and realized there was a nail in one of the cruiser tires. Responded, had it replaced. 1100 hours, spoke with an individual about a missing dog. 12:30, met ferry and patrolled island. 5:20, patrolled island and checked police property. Met boats as schedule allowed. Please remember that dogs need to be on a leash at all times. Do you want another day? Let's do another day. Friday, April 5th. 0700, arrived on island. 0800, met ferry. 9:20, assisted fire department in transporting spare fire engine to plants for it to go over to the mainland. 11:30, called for an erratic driver on Island Avenue, but was unable to locate vehicle. 4:30. Domestic argument on Seashore Avenue. Spoke to both parties. Report taken. No criminal activity. 6:50. Patrolled island. 9:10. Patrolled island and checked police property. Met boats, as schedule allowed. Sebastian, please remember all vehicles must have insurance to be driven on the road on Peaks Island. What could you know about it? The future is a messy, motley business, little girl. We have to dress well, whispered Goodbye, or the future will not take us seriously. Many Thanks put his hands out to his wives. She's just a child. We were once children. She knows nothing of the future. Be kind. We can afford to be kind to this one when there is so much ahead of her. Many Thanks reached into his pocket and took out a fat bundle wrapped in wax. He unwrapped it, corner by corner, slowly, as if revealing the vanished dove at the end of a magic trick. Inside was a thick slice of deeply red cake, so moist it wet the paper, slathered with rich red icing. It glowed in the slight gloam of the seaside. The werewolf bent down to her, the black tails of his suit whipping in the wind, and offered it, balanced delicately on one flat hand. September tried not to snatch it too fast. She swallowed it in 3 wolfish bites, so starving was she. But hadn't the green wind said something about eating fairy food? Well, reasoned September, this isn't the same thing at all. It's witch food. Speaking of food, sir, are you hungry, perchance? Happy birthday, Catherine.
Part 1, 1999. The rain was falling steadily on Buxton that Thursday afternoon in March.